Sullivan's got a target on his opponent. From the moment he steps out of that locker room to every step he takes during this ring walk, you can see exactly what's in his scope.
All right, gentlemen, protect yourselves at all times. Let's touch them up.
Well, they've been waiting for this moment, and now they get it. Round one underway.
Stay away from those.
There's the headshot, but he parries it away. Teddy, what role can the fans play on the fighters, the atmosphere of the arena, when they know there's two guys meeting up that can bang?
An immature fighter, a less experienced fighter, can get caught up. He can try to satisfy the audience. That's a quick way to be going to the shower earlier than you wanted to.
Unable to score with the hook. Gets rid of that. It was intended for his head. Liston's got to deal with a cut on his cheek right now. The good news is it's below the eye, but still, it could get nasty as the fight progresses. Good right hand. Liston's doing exactly what you should to be a strong defensive fighter. You got to block those punches away.
Back to the body.
Blocks away that headshot. Sullivan's got a way of just getting away from that punch. And now he digs in with that hook to the body. Halfway through round number one.
Uppercut! Uppercut!
Scored well with that right hand to the body. Heading into this fight, we talked about what each man can do offensively. What each man wants to do is have varied punches throughout.
Exactly, and what he doesn't want to do. He doesn't want to be predictable.
Able to cover up along the belt line, blocks that one. Oh, what a power punch he was able to land there.
Joe, that's what you call setting up a trap. Not a mouse trap, but a punch trap. Step back a little bit, invited him in, bang.
And right from the start, he's throwing the power punches and landing them.
I think he has a date and he wants to get to it.
Flush right hand to the head. Last 10 seconds of this first round. This round comes to an end. A round in which this fighter threw a lot of punches, didn't land a lot of punches. I'll tell you, what advice can you give to him if you're the trainer?
Well, first of all, deal with the psychological part. Joe, don't forget, 75% of this game is psychological. Don't let him get discouraged, because even though he's not going to say nothing, in his head, he's starting to get discouraged. Just say to him, hey, listen, you're going to catch him. Let's shorten him up a little bit. And you know what? He's moving his head, so go to the body. Because now you're going to hit him a little in the body, because the body's not moving.
You don't need that. I'm going to throw that away.
Here we go. Round two is underway. Targeting a left hand down low. Forceful jab by Sullivan. Oh, you see him with the left to the head there?
Move your head.
See, the defense pays off as he gets rid of that downstairs. Scoring with the right hand by Sullivan. Sullivan's punch is far off the target. Nice block. Sullivan's punch didn't come close.
So, you're training a fighter who's in the opposite corner of Sonny Liston. He says, give me the scouting report.
I tell him, first of all, during the instructions, look at his chest. Don't get involved with the intimidating part, because that's where it starts for Sonny. He's trying to break you within before he breaks you outside with the physical parts of the game. So look at his chest. You know, don't look away from him. Look right at his chest, but don't get involved into all that psychological stuff. And then on the outside, inside the ring, keep more balance. You know, stay away from his jab. He's got a strong, dependable jab, a very accurate jab. Move to the side, take it away from him. Keep him a little bit off balance. Don't let him get set.
He missed by a mile. That wasn't even close by Sullivan. Scores well to the head with the right hand. Left to the body. He's showing what a skilled fighter he is with this counterpunching. There's the hook. Nice block that time. It was intended to the head. Final 10 seconds of round number 2. Good way to protect the midsection.
Deep breath, Warren. You're in control of this. Keep it up.
You got it.
Are you losing this fight? I need you to take some chances now. You have to take a chance with this guy, all right? You got that? You have to take a risk.
Water up there, and that's it.
Listen, way to pick his jabs.
You don't need that. No,
Expose
throw
the
that away.
jab.
And round number 3 is underway. There he is from long range using that jab.
Joe, if you're on the outside, say at a picnic, you want to keep those insects away, you use insect repellent. While you're on the outside as a fighter, you want to keep your opponent away, that jab, that's the way to go.
Tucks those elbows in, blocks the body shot. Able to cover up that gut.
Focus!
Solid straight right hand. And now he's targeting upstairs.
Keep moving!
And he just holds on there. Oh, and they decide to trade there. Halfway through this round here. supposed to, but instead he's hugging. Not precise at all by Sullivan.
Keep working the body.
Protecting his head well with his guard. Sullivan's crushed by a right hand. Big shot. Oh, that got him. That wrecked him right there. He's down for the first time. Sullivan's trainer is thrilled with this. He gets up off the canvas. Now he wants to see how he'll react. I like the way he went up top that time with the hook. Last 10 seconds of round number 3. It's tough to assess, but Liston's cut may look worse than it actually is. I mean, all the blood is spraying everywhere.
Yeah, and I think that's exactly right. And you just wonder, and I know this isn't supposed to play in, but you wonder if the judges in close rounds, if they get influenced by that look.
We got it.
Let's take a look at Teddy's scorecard, where you can see that he's only got that 1 round in the bank so far at the beginning of round number 4. But Teddy, just the psychology of the game, knowing that you've put your man down on the canvas, you really don't care about the scorecard at that point.
Well, you know you're the boss, and you can continue to be the boss. And more importantly, your opponent now, he's a little concerned about throwing something. He might get caught. He might get hurt again.
Oh, he took one to give one. Came back with a power punch after being tagged. Sullivan's got to prove a few things here. Number 1, he's got to prove to his opponent that he's on good ground after being good, solid right hand lands. Liston's off mark all night long, and Teddy, he's getting tired just missing punches.
Well, this is a good example. You know, we know what happens when they land, but this is a good example of what happens when they don't land. Sometimes you get a little discouraged.
You see him zeroing in with that left hand to the body. Halfway through round number 4. Nothing there on the punch by Sullivan. That was a left hand that came raining in on him. He does not look good right now. Expect him to clinch. He is damaged badly there. He may hit the floor. There it is. Wow, is this good stuff? What good stuff. He just scored the knockdown after being knocked down earlier.
Joe, that's incredible. And the knockdown earlier actually set up this knockdown because his opponent, he got a little reckless, a little careless.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Sonny Liston's going to keep taking this test, rising up after being knocked down. Sullivan's blocking ability is doing well for him there.
Hook, hook.
Liston's left landing well. Dismisses his opponent's headshot.
Gotta see those coming.
Liston swinging and missing like he's at bat right there. That punch was nowhere near his opponent.
Hey, you got some of that too.
How much of what Sonny Liston was the image of Sonny Liston?
Keep
You know, that's a good question, Joe. A lot of times the image is greater than the substance of an athlete, or in this case, a fighter. But not the case here. You know, the image was he was an intimidating guy. You know, he was a scary guy. The implications of him being involved with the mob and the thoughts of that, and of course the way his life ended, his way his career finished. But this was a guy who could fight inside that ring. He knew how to fight. He was more than just a big, strong guy.
And by the way, all that talk about stuff was true.
Yeah, it was true. And obviously it had everything to do with his career maybe stopping at the point that it stopped, not going further, losing the marquee fights to Ali. You never know about that. Of course, that is in the air as far as whether or not those things were on the up and up. But as far as inside the ring, Sonny Liston was a guy that he knew how to fight. I mean, he could make you miss when he had to. He could cut the ring down. He could go to the body. He could go upstairs. And he had one of the best jabs I've ever seen.
Sullivan's in a good rhythm defensively here. Teddy, what is that, a credit to his ability to anticipate?
You know, also, it's the teaching. Let's give the trainers credit. Of course, let's give his background of the amateurs credit. But he learned how to get away from punches. This is technique that was taught to him.
To the head he goes with a left hand.
Pace yourself.
Good scoring shot. It was a straight right. He tried to nab him up top, but was unable to connect. Halfway into round number 5 here. There's the uppercut, one of my favorite punches, and it works that time for him.
Left and right, left and right.
Now hugging on the inside.
Pace yourself.
You can see he's trying to score up top, but off the mark there.
Relax, relax.
Parries that punch intended for the head. Coming to the end of round number 5, last 10 seconds. End of the round is upon us, and we have a fighter in front of us who just looks gassed. He looks tired. Now, Teddy, what can he do to overcome that when this fight starts back up?
Well, first of all, this is where you search into those corners that you're not forced to search. Kind of like when you were a kid and your mother told you to clean your room and go into those little nooks and crannies where you never knew there was dirt. Now you got to start looking into nooks and crannies inside yourself. Places you didn't know were there before. You better find them. You better find them quick.
Back to live action now in what has been a closely contested fight. One of those fights that somebody is still waiting to break through and be a difference maker in. Do you see any way in which he can take his opponent's aggression and turn it against him?
Yeah, the perfect way. I mean, boxing 101, counterpunching. You got a guy coming at you, no better way than to change his mind. Make him miss, make him pay.
Keep moving. Back to the body.
And that's what fighters do. Pulls the trigger right away after taking one.
Unload, more punches.
Needs to improve that accuracy. Missed with the headshot. By a left. Oh, a big shot comes home for him. And once again, he goes down. The question is, can he rise up again? Sullivan's back up on his feet. Now, what will be interesting to see here is how he reacts in the next few moments.
Focus. Punch. Work the body, kid.
Gets rid of that body shot. Sullivan's making this so that it's becoming a very frustrating night for his opponent. I mean, when your defense is that sharp, it can just drive your opponent crazy.
Yeah, it can. First of all, it can start to break down. You know, we always look at the physical things in life and anything. You know, you're pounding a guy and you're going to break the guy down. Hey, if you're just smart and you're slick like this guy and you're making a guy miss, you start to break him down. He's breaking the guy down that way.
Working our way towards the bell. Last 10 seconds of the sixth. So he scores a knockdown in the last round. Now he gets to settle down and gather himself a bit. Do you go after it? Do you get super aggressive here, having had your man hurt? Or do you still have to employ a certain amount of caution?
It's kind of like being at the carnival. You know, you just hit the bullseye and you got that big stuffed animal you can give to your wife or your girlfriend. But now he doesn't want you to go away with that.
Oh, no.
No. He tells you, wait a minute, try again. You could trade that in for something even bigger. But you might lose the one you have already. That's the question.
Relax. You're doing great. Keep the pressure on. Keep it.
I got more.
Sullivan's corner is probably wondering what the answer is. So far, they haven't had it. Starting yet another round, coming off yet another round when he was knocked down. Frustrating his opponent with great defense.
Looking good. In and out.
Relax.
Well off the mark by Sullivan. Able to dismiss that body shot. At the halfway point of round 7. Sullivan's just being very hesitant right now offensively. His first thought since being stunned in this fight is protect myself, protect myself. It's like he's turned the off switch on his offense.
Yeah, but you can't do that. The lights go off, it gets all dark there. You have to find a way to still have that light on. You know, find the window of opportunity somewhere. They are out there. Be creative.
1, 2.
You're not focusing. You're still not moving enough. Move, move.
Sullivan's showing that he's got some defense of his own. He got away from that punch. Coming towards the end of the 7th round, 10 seconds to go. And we come to the end of the round.
Big shots, kid. He ain't been punched with your kind of power. Let's make sure we make him feel it. I want to see hooks to the body, then hooks to the head, all right? Hook to the body, then to the head.
Keep your hands up, all right? You have to keep your hands up. Nice round. That was good.
Teddy's scorecard shows this to be a close fight so far. Liston's winning. That's for sure. We know that. But he's winning because he scored knockdowns. The other guy may be outworking him for the most part.
Yeah, he probably is. He's outworking him, but this is professional boxing, and it's about the harder, cleaner punches because that's what separates professional boxing from amateur. You have to put fannies in his seats. So the guy who lands the hardest shots, he's going to be ahead.
Sullivan's, wow! He is leveled. How could he possibly get up from that? He's not going to. This fight's over. It's over. That's what you want to see, a guy who can close the show and finish with style. He ends up a knockout victor tonight.
And that's what his trainer wanted. His trainer was even telling him, step it up a little bit because he knew this was possible, and they got it.
It was a good one indeed. And for Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. Thanks for being with us. We'll see you next time at the fights.